This is the beginning of an incredible idea, and okay. We need the metaverse to work with ChatGPT 4 to make a room. Now, the root problem of the reason of why I'm saying this is because human minds are very limited in memory. And I feel like the top world-class elite people who run everything, who make all the decisions, who are just ahead of everything, have like a room, like a general. I've always loved the idea of a general with its stick looking at a table, and it's moving the pieces, moving the soldiers. I love that idea, that you can see a bird's eye view. This is why I've always loved maps, because I love seeing where everything is. I'm a map maker, and I've always loved seeing, where maps are, or where things are in a map. But what Mark Zuckerberg fails to forget, or fails to remember, and this is another evidence why memory is so lacking, is because he is giving up on the metaverse because he doesn't know what to do with it. It should be used as a tool, not like for imagination and fun. Because if we want our imagination and fun, we could go on Roblox or Halo Infinite or something, right? I'm talking, this is the greatest idea that I'm probably ever probably like come up with, like some kind of software. This is like the pinnacle of software. But I can see a world where, or give the idea to Elon Musk or somebody, or let ChatGPT 4 take a share, and let Mark Zuckerberg take a share. But they need to put, pretend you're in a VR headset. Okay, there's a VR headset. There's two things that I want to do. Number one is where you put your VR headset on. Okay, now let's say you're in a room, right? Let's say you're in like a 20 by 20 by 20 square feet, okay? Or, 20-foot square room. And you're in the room, and there's like a big screen right here that's almost like a phone of ChatGPT 4, the conversation history. And you just press like one button, but like the button's on the control, because the control is like, okay, press A or whatever. And you press the button, and it starts capturing the voice, because ChatGPT 4 has the best speech to text recognition ever. It's top of its class. Let it draw anything it needs to. Let it draw like a building or whatever. And you're like, okay, draw a building. Okay, boom. And then you go over to Google Gemini, where like it makes things like it. There was a video of Google, or I think it was something like that, where it's, instead of like a back and forth AI text conversation, it was a let's say you're drawing a butterfly. Oh, okay, the AI starts talking to you. Oh, you're drawing a wing. You're drawing, oh, this is a butterfly. Okay. Oh, now it's a blue butterfly. And it's nonstop, because the AI is taking constant like frame pictures and processing the data as you draw it. Right? So this is just a technical, this is really boring technical stuff. Okay. What I want to do is build a room, and you can put like an imaginary table or something like that, or not even an imaginary table. Put them on the floor, because when you have like one of those Quest metas, right? You draw an outline of where you want to go, right? Let's say I'm in a parking lot. Let's say I'm doing this. Okay, this is nothing new. What is new is you want to be able to zoom in like endless paper. I'm getting the idea of ChatGPT 4, of endless paper, of the VR headset, and I want to be able to draw a map and zoom in as much as I want to, with like as if it was endless paper. But like I'm standing, like let's say like I'm a giant, right? And the city's like this big. I want to be able to zoom in to the point where like the building's like massive, right? And I want to be able to kind of like build like a structure or a building or a city. And this is over time. This is like this is how would I say this? The reason why I want Gemini is because ChatGPT 4 makes a 2D picture, but let it take longer. It's fine if it takes longer for the AI to make like a 3D object and make it like realistic, okay? Make a 3D object, okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect. The graphics do not have to be perfect. They do not have to be perfect. It's to get the point. And I started drawing buildings. Hey, ChatGPT, draw me a skyscraper, draw me this, draw me that. And you can enlarge using both of your controls, right? So you can like expand the building or minimize it to like a certain scale, and then you lock it in place, and there's like a little like feature, right, where it's like lock. Okay, press lock, lock the building. Okay, then you move on to like a railway or whatever, and you can draw this map endlessly. And how would you draw it? By using a form where like, there's like ChatGPT 4 is right here, this big screen in the room, right, in the VR headset. And then the next one would be endless paper. And in endless paper, the only thing that I don't like about endless paper is that you don't have a fill in. Like, when you draw like a circle, like on that old Microsoft paint, and you could draw a star, right? And then like you just fill in like red paint and it fills it in. The reason why I want to do that is because I want to be able to fill in an ocean. So almost like we need to, the problem with a lot of these companies, the reason why the earth is not growing as big as it should be, and why it's not becoming everything it should and could be, is because all these massive companies have one great thing, like endless paper. It has like infinite zoom and a lot of great features, so you can have like an endless canvas, right? And the list goes on and forever. Like I don't expect them to like collaborate, but for this specifically, I would expect them to collaborate, because this would be great. Do like what do you call those fucking things? Excuse my language. What do you call those things? It's like a board. Oh man. You fill it in, and you're able to bring that endless paper remnant of the 2D and prop it on the floor with VR, and then be able to zoom it out to see how big you want it to be. So let's say I'm drawing a map of like a fake New York City, right? Boom, boom, boom. I draw a little island, and I copy, paste it, boom, put it on the floor, zoom it out, and then press like the autofill. This is all with like buttons, with like because in a VR headset, you have little options displayed kind of right in front of you, like as if it was this close. And you want to be able to like, okay, click, ding, ding, like the controls would be pretty easy to program on where you want the buttons to be. And you can just use ChatGPT 4 endlessly. Hey, draw me a building, draw me this, draw me that, boom, 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 and put it there. The next thing I want to do is in that VR headset have a Google search bar, okay? Right here. Boom, this is like, so ChatGPT 4, endless paper, now a Google search bar. Oh, and we have Google Gemini as well, okay. Boom, a search engine to search any photo that you like. This is a pretty simple one, but this is where I'm getting to humans and them forgetting things. The reason why humans are very emotional, which is a good thing, I guess, is because we don't remember old phrases and old quotes, and I suffer from this too, where I'm going through certain things and I think about like the craziest things. I think about like just like violent stuff, and then I think about really sad stuff, and then I really hate my life, and then I'm really happy, and then like like it does fluctuate a lot, and mainly the reason is because of like memory. Like we can't remember everything all at once, right? So what I want to do is, because not everybody has like a proper place. Some people, their living situation is weird, but be able to just Google search images and drag, copy, and paste that and put it into like a room. Like let's say this is a 4x4 wall room, and you post it right there, you zoom it out and you post it there, and you say, hey, ChatGPT 4, and you can drag ChatGPT 4, bring it over here. Okay, draw me, or I'm going to say this text message. I just want you to copy and paste this phrase and then clamp it right next to the that photo. For example, it could be like Arnold Schwarzenegger's quote where he says, He says, like, oh, tear down that mirror and you'll be able to look beyond the millions of people that need your help, and stuff like that. And you know, in accumulation of like David Goggins and Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, Andrew Tate, etc. All these great guys, Elon Musk, all their phrases, all their quotes, Dan Pena, you put them all their famous quotes, like as if it was like a room. And anytime that you're feeling like, you're feeling guilty, or you're feeling, just depressed, or you're feeling joyful or whatever, you can put your VR headset on, be like, okay, go to room. And you instantly have those right there. And you could just go to a park. You don't have to even have a home for this. This is, partially why I'm out here, but you could just create your room, draw it out, put your VR headset on, draw the boundary out for a safe zone, and be able to go into your room at any time. And you can customize the room. You can make it at a beach house. You can do any kind of room, right? Make it look luxurious, whatever you want. And I want to be able to kind of like do that, like have photos of like things, or like a vision board. One of the problems with being homeless is that I don't have a place to kind of center my thoughts. And if we could create a room, a VR headset room, just mainly for the organization skill. Obviously, it's not to sleep in. That'd be crazy. But, you have the VR headset. That's funny. You have the VR headset. You're able to organize your thoughts. You're able to actually go in and, like, every day is different. Every day you could bring a quote into your imaginary room, to your VR headset room. You can put it like, okay, I'm going to do this, boom, that. Okay, hey, ChatGPT-4, I need you to draw me this, or Google Images, I need you to copy and paste this photo of this gorilla with his headset on, and he's like, because I'm in sales, or whatever, right? And you just clamp it on, and anytime you're feeling whatever you're feeling, or you're going through the craziest thoughts, or you're doubting God's existence, or whatever, you're just going through a mess in life, you could go back to that room and go back to all the phrases, and in the middle, you can have, what do you call it? Like a general's table. And in that general's table, you're able to like move puzzle pieces. Not move puzzle pieces. What am I thinking? You're able to So excuse me. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you're able to like hey, draw me a spaceship, ChatGPT-4, make it 3D. Okay, boom, we have a spaceship now. And we're able to like lock it on, or like in StarCraft 2, you're able to like, okay, I want you to patrol, right? You press alternate patrol, and the thing starts moving for you, like slowly in the midair. And in that VR headset, you can see like the spaceship, right? It'd be like, wow, that looks really cool. It's like moving, okay? These kind of things, obviously this is really, it doesn't have to be high quality, it doesn't have to be super perfect, it doesn't have to be able to like shoot fucking lasers out of its cannons. But what I'm saying is, I think I've got a little bit too far off topic. The point is that the table is supposed to be there because you're a general. Say you want to work on your finances, say you want to work on your health, or this or that or whatever, it's all there on that table. All of it's there on that table, ready for you to kind of, move around and fix and change, and it's always going to be there because you have like it's saved into the cloud or something, and you could always go back into that room, and it could be like a combination of things. Like, let's say you want to build like a fake city, right? Okay, build a fake city. All right, there's like a certain, what's it called? Hyper Real Engine 2.0 or 4.0 or something like that. It's on Steam, and like the trees look real, and like GTA 6's water looks real. Obviously getting something like that is very patented, and they don't want to share it to anybody else. So I totally get it. But there should be something kind of similar to that, even like an off-brand, not really for the quality, but it's mainly for the organization skill, because the brain is so powerful. And it's so powerful. We have such a powerful computer. This is the most important thing I'm going to say in this whole thing. We have the most powerful computer out, like right here, and yet we can only use 10% of it at a time. So we need to see a helicopter view. So in that room, we should be able to zoom out and look at our life and organize our life as if it was like a table, like World War II, Hitler's looking at his table. Okay, we have our armies, troops there, whatever. The enemy's flying over, whatever, right? Or this is just a movie scene, okay? The point is, you want to be able to see what's going on in your life. You want to be able to see, like, live graphs. Now, the reason why I'm saying headset is because way back in 2019, or probably earlier than that, I had the idea, but obviously it doesn't exist, the idea of, like, a hologram from Star Wars. Holograms from Star Wars are great. They have, you have Anakin and Ahsoka looking at the table. Okay, we're going to come through this building, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and, we're going to attack this way. And, Sector A has battle droids or whatever, right? And this is the key point to where we're trying to get to. So we have to go through the vents, whatever. And you have, like, a detailed, like, holographic, you can move it around. That technology doesn't exist. But in a VR headset, anything can go. And with 2 controllers with certain, like, buttons, if you remember it correctly, you can zoom in, zoom out, add stuff, change it, move it, toggle it, tell it to, like, move, whatever it could be, and create new ideas from ChatGPT 4 and make, like, an AI version where it takes longer to kind of, process figures that you want to make. You drag the figure and you put it there, and you kind of zoom it, and you make it, like, there's possibilities are really endless. So you're not going to have, so to be realistic, this is something that not only the elites have, they probably already have this, but this needs to be shared over to the world. If I'm going to die one day, I might as well make something that's going to be positive and great towards life, great towards the people, because Arnold Schwarzenegger said, tear down that wall. I was going through a lot of problems right now in 24-hour fitness, a lot of unstable, like, just dark thoughts right now, very dark thoughts. I'm a short guy, I'm 5'8", I'm skinny, I'm like, I'm never gonna have a girlfriend, I'm never gonna have this or that because I'm small. I'm at the Long Beach 24-hour fitness. These guys are massive, huge. I could go on and on about I don't have a father, I never had a really good father figure, to teach me all this. I had poor genes, I'm a runt, whatever, or I should have been in construction more, I should have been into a group with a bunch of guys. I could just go on and on about this victim mentality. But when Grant Cardone, that one video, famous video, he's like, I'm standing in the rain in Houston. That video inspired me before I went to the gym. And I was walking in the rain, and today, look, it's been raining today. Like, the water, the floor is wet, I'm going through a tough time. I'm sleeping in my car. The last thing, and I don't know if God's real or not, but something inside of me is telling me, like, don't do bad stuff. Don't give up. Don't do evil. Even in desperation, you can think of the craziest things. Don't be evil. Don't do bad stuff. Do the right thing, even if God's not real, because there's somebody out there. And this is why we need these quotes, because we have so many quotes. There's so many things from people, like, I want to put Arnold Schwarzenegger with this quote, and I want to put another photo of him right there, and I want to put, when Arnold Schwarzenegger was competing, he had pictures of bodybuilders all over his bedroom wall, and some people don't have a bedroom. This is why they're struggling more and more, because we can only see 10% of our brain capacity, and sometimes moving from one 10% to the other 10%, it takes a long time. It takes like half an hour in the shower, which I did right now, to just remember these thoughts until you finally get an idea and it hatches in the mind. I'm not the only one that has short memory or can't think of all their entire life in 1 minute. Like, I can't do that. Maybe some people can, but I certainly can't, and a lot of people can't either. And I think if we really wanted to help the world, we would be able to release that kind of technology towards people, or for people. I'm going to post this on YouTube, and the date's clear. It's 2024, January 22nd, I believe. Let me see. 22nd. January 22nd, 2024. My name's Leonardo Daniel Caldaron. And that's it. Will I get it patented? I don't know. I don't think so, to be completely honest. But this is an idea that I have, and hopefully this comes out in the future. I'm not sure. Will Mark Zuckerberg release it for the Meta? I don't know. Will it even be on the App Store? Maybe not. Apple's gonna be probably mean to us, and YouTube might, or Alphabet might not want it, and Oracle might not want it, and Google might not want it, but they all kind of want it, but they can't help each other. It's like everyone try to build a great car. Well, we can't because Honda has the best speakers, but Audi has the best looks, but Mercedes has the best engines, and but BMW has this. You can only pick one. And I remember when I was like, I think like 14 or 13 or something like that, I asked my uncle, I was like, why can't all these companies like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan, why can't they all get together and make one great car? Oh, well, because of patents and blah, 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 it's all money and stuff. Oh, please, like, what if we worked as a collaboration and we helped people? I mean, isn't that what BlackRock is doing anyways? They're splitting their shares so everyone can get like a little bite of what do you call it, of money? Like in this idea, I think it would be a great deal. Where I talk to these major companies like Facebook, Google, Tesla, and ChatGPT-4 and a couple other ones, right? And I tell them, okay, this is what the product is gonna be, okay? Why don't we just split it like 20%, 5%, 10%, 30%? Everyone gets a share according to how it could be. And somebody's gonna be like, oh, I want more, I want this or that, and wars just end up killing people's ideas. These would be great, because instead of being able to only see 10%, why can't we see 100% of our mind? Put it in a room, whether public or private. You can share with other people. Other characters can be there for like the metaverse. You can be with your brother or sister from thousands of miles away, and they can be in the same room as you. Obviously, you could lock it in as a private room or a public room, whatever. But the possibilities are so endless. But with these specific programs, and you give it to everybody in a household, that is $1 billion idea. And unfortunately, I don't know what to do. I'm going to ask ChatGPT-4, how can I bring this about doing this? How can I talk to these major companies and close some kind of deal? This is going to be a beneficial deal for everybody. And I don't know, man. This is incredible. It is what it is. I'm just so I just was running to my car. This is the only thing I could think about in the shower.